This week on 2K TV, the first interactive special of the season. All episode long, answer questions about past episodes and more for VC and second chances at 2K TV gear. So let's get started.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the
game time in Oakland as the crowds at Oracle Arena look to cheer on the hometown Warriors. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And with us tonight, the author of the 700-page book of basketball, a must-read, Bill Simmons.
It's great to be here, and everyone wants me to rewrite that book, but I don't have it in me. So much has changed in basketball over the last 9 years. I got to redo my Hall of Fame pyramid. But I can't sit down and do it, Kevin. I think it's going to last.
How long did it take you to write that book?
It was 3 years of my life, and I was younger. Now it would just be coffee all day, trying to stay awake for it.
But a New York Times bestseller for multiple weeks.
It was number one.
Right,
yeah, it was
absolutely.
Great. And it taught me that I knew people love basketball, and I think we've seen this decade as basketball has just blossomed into something much bigger than I think it's ever been. I could tell with the book. People liked it.
Looking at the last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Wizards in Washington. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
And that can happen on the road. You can get a little bit tight, and often it really shows itself at the free throw line.
And as the visiting team, you're already behind the 8 ball. Can't afford to give up opportunities like that.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Nance and Thompson are up front. Rodney Hood out there with Sexton. And it's Smith in at the small forward position. Now, here's Sexton. They had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Wizards in Washington. And before the ownership changed in 2010, the Warriors franchise really staggered.
Yeah, they staggered to the point that in 2012, I wrote a long column for Grantland about, it was like the 60 reasons you can't blame the Warriors fans for booing their owner on Chris Mullin night. And I went through their whole history since they won the title in '74 of just all the horrible things that happened to them, all the dumb moves they made, all the dumb trades, all the things they never should have done. It was extensive. And after things flipped around, people mail me that article all the time, like, can you believe it? We've won 3 titles in the last 4 years. You just wrote this. Feels like yesterday. And it was. It's one of the most amazing turnarounds of any franchise I can remember.
I'm assuming you're a fan of their front office.
Yeah, very, very smart. But, you know, the pieces were there. When they bought the team, everyone thought they overpaid. And not to toot my own horn because I've been wrong a million times, but I was one of the only people who didn't think they overpaid. I just felt like that market was awesome. I loved their fans. It was in the heart of Silicon Valley. It made sense that they should be a juggernaut, you know, and they had never really had good ownership. And as we learn over and over every year at the Knicks, like, owners matter. They just do.
Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And here we are, the Warriors' final season in Oakland. Bill, they'll be moving to a brand new arena across the bay in San Francisco.
Yeah, bittersweet. I'm excited that there's an arena downtown, and you know, the Oakland-San Francisco thing was always weird to go to Warriors games, drop in, figure out where to stay, all that stuff. On the other hand, I thought they had the best crowd of anybody.
I agree.
For years and years there, just like very blue-collar, old school, fans that have been coming for years.
Stuck with them even in the lean times.
Yeah, the lean times were every year.
Right.
They had no year other than lean times. And now that the team got good the last 6 years, you could feel the audience changing a little. And now it's changing a lot. I just miss the Oakland fan base, and I hope, you know, once we expand to 60 teams or 70 or wherever we're going, I'd like to see Oakland get one of the 70 teams.
Well said.
Great decision from Draymond to go up into the D there with his big body. Such an intelligent player.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Roof shot.
And he makes the first.
The way Draymond carries himself, plays with a chip on both shoulders, which can be good and bad.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Urebko comes in for Jones. And it's Livingston in for Quinn Cook. And then for Cleveland, Zizic has checked in for Thompson. Osman comes in for Smith. And David Nwaba subbed in for Hood. And both free throws good for Green.